It is a glorious, a beautiful, a wonderful day for Minecraft Bedrock Edition players. Welcome to the latest beta and preview. Guess what we can do now? We can now crouch under 1.5 tall blocks. It's finally been introduced to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It is a very important day for Minecraft Bedrock Edition because the beta versions 1.19.60 onwards are now complete. We are waiting for the next full release. Rumors are it's coming tomorrow. It's highly likely coming next week. So this is the beta version 1.19.70.20. This is finally a big game changer for Bedrock Edition players, and I want to teach you how this works. Now, it's still a work in progress, but it's finally been introduced. I've been having a bunch of fun with this. Just a heads up, if you play on Android, it does say, note, this week's Android beta version may be delayed. We apologize for the inconvenience and are working to resolve the issue. It looks like for the past 2 weeks, Android betas have been having a problem. One more thing to mention in today's video. It says, just a note about armor trims. These are available to test out in the latest Java Edition snapshots, but they are not quite ready for the Bedrock Edition beta and preview just yet. But we will let you know as soon as they are, so you can experiment with them. Talking about experimental features, it says piglin head blocks rendered in the hotbar or inventory no longer have the ear overlapping the rest of the head. We have a bug report. So it's been an issue in all the latest previews and betas. Piglin heads, ears overlap in inventory. It's kind of hard to see, but if we just take the time to zoom in here, you can see here how the ear is over the front of the piglin head. So if we grab this now and I just zoom in on the hotbar, you'll notice that the piglin ear is now hidden behind its head. I know this bug report is about you, but you don't gotta stand in the way. Last week it was an iron golem. This week it is a camel. Talking about camels, players can now receive damage when falling while riding a camel. Bro, he really wants to say hello. All right, so let me show you this. So we got a / game mode survival. He's running away from me now. If we are to fall off here and the camel takes damage, the player will also take damage as well. Time for features and bug fixes. The exciting introduction, player sneaking. Player's hitbox height now reduces to 1.5 blocks while sneaking. So this feature was introduced to Minecraft Java Edition in 1.14, which was the 19W12A snapshot. And that was introduced to Minecraft Java Edition on the 20th of March, 2019. It has taken 4 years for this to be introduced to Bedrock Edition. Let me teach you a few important things about this. It says sneaking will automatically be initiated while stuck in a gap of less than 1.8 blocks. Sneaking will lower the player camera height respective of these changes. So let's start off with this one. So you'll notice that the camera goes a little bit lower. It's a lot smoother of a transition here, and you are a little bit lower, so I kind of like that. Moving on to the next thing, it says sneaking now requires enough space to stand in order to exit sneaking. And the last one here, players will transition from swimming to sneaking if they are unable to stand up but would be able to sneak. Now before I show you it, it is very, very buggy. Okay, so developers have said known issues that we hope to have addressed soon. Camera may be obscured when sneaking under blocks in third-person view. Interacting with certain blocks may not work when sneaking in a gap. Jumping off the edge of blocks may not work as expected when sneaking in a gap. So it is a little bit buggy, and that's why the camera is a little bit broken. So first off, you can go under here now, which is so cool. So it's going to be even faster with Swift Sneak. Now you can see here in first person perspective, it looks really good. It's really, really smooth. Now I would typically use this on Java in third person perspective behind. But when you do this, you'll notice that the blocks above you are invisible for a start. And it's not zoomed out like it would be like in this perspective. It's really, really close up. And this is the same issue with when you're looking like this. You'll see here, right? So we can go through it. We're going through it, but it just bugs out. So you're best off staying in first person. Now, something else that's really cool with this as well is that you can crouch and basically place these not directly above you, but you can be under them and you can place them. And one thing that they've also said is that when you are in the crouching mode, I'm gonna do this, keep an eye on my figure on the top left. You can't see it, but I'm just holding the W key to go forward there. You are always going to be in this crouch mode until you can stand up, okay? So once we get out of here, it's automatically going to stand up. I did find a few bugs with this. So one of them is if you're in here, right? Get in there, and then I double jump. I can kind of go through the blocks. It is buggy. It does need a little bit of work, but it works, right? Now, in terms of the swimming one, as you can see here, we're now swimming. We can swim all the way down here. But when we swim and stop swimming, it puts you into the crouching mode. It does not stand you up. You can see here, I am crouching. Obviously, you can't do that with one deep water. It has to be 2 deep. But yeah, huge game changer for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It's about time it was introduced to the game after 4 years. You could do it on campfires as well like this. Watch. Crouch and go through here. So maybe you guys can come up with some really good solutions on how you would use this. Let me know in the comments section. Moving on to vanilla parity features. It says bells that are connected to multiple blocks no longer drop when one block is broken. Perfect example here. Bell. It is attached to both of these here. Previously, if I broke this, the bell would break off. As you can see here, if I break this, it stays attached to that one. If I was to break this one, it stays attached to that one. Breeding horses can now produce random variants. We have a bug report. Breeding horses does not produce random variants. It would just give you the same horse over and over and over again. That's been changed today. Fixed an issue where dead players prevented other players from skipping nighttime. Eating and drinking animations will now always be centered regardless of screen aspect ratio. Note block sounds attenuation over a distance is now linear. And we do have a bug report. Note block volume drop off with distance is too steep. So there's a comparison here between Bedrock and Java Edition. So this is what it looks like on Java Edition. And this is what it looks like on Bedrock Edition. So on Java, it gradually disappears over a distance. On Bedrock Edition, it just instantly drops off and then drops off even more. So if we just grab a creeper, put this on top, and we put this here, see here, as we go further and further away, the sound is very, very slowly reduced, rather than it being a steep drop-off. Moving on to gameplay. Players no longer take rapid damage when touching damaging blocks. We've got a bug report. So I've showed you this one before in a beta and preview. It's pretty funny. Watch this. They have thorns on. As you can see how rapid the damage is. And there, and the same for a cactus. So if we just put these on, walk into a cactus. Doesn't matter if it's a single one or a double one. You can see here the damage is kind of singular rather than rapid death. They have fixed a crash that could occur when entering a 1.7.1.0 world in 1.8 or above. Projectiles shot while swimming/gliding no longer spawn from above the player's position. We have a bug report. Wow. Now that is what you call a long-lasting bug. Reported back on the 30th of March 2018. Player hitbox incorrect when gliding, swimming, or using Riptide. So this is multiple bugs combined into one. Now there is a video here where this player goes into the gliding and you can see how high the snowboard generates above the player's head. I tested this today and it's still slightly broken, but it's not as crazy as what they've showed here. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So let's just glide. You can see here, they're no longer really, really high above you. They still generate. For me, it looks like they're generating from like your feet in a way. However, when it comes to doing it while swimming, right? If we start gliding while swimming here, you'll see here that it does actually do it in front of you like this. They definitely fixed the swimming one. It says the player's crosshair now properly mines/interacts with items in front of them while swimming/gliding rather than one block above their position. We have a bug report. If you play Minecraft Pocket Edition, you'll be familiar with this. So this was reported back in 2019. Now, watch this video here. So when this person goes into the swimming mode and tries to place the water or the blocks in front of them, you'll notice here that they can't do it. So watch this. This player is trying to tap. There you go. It's just not working at all. So this has been fixed. Moving on, written books can now be moved in the inventory even when the player has identical written books. Double clicking on the furnace output slot will no longer drop the item. Damn, people have definitely been trying to get the XP glitch working again. Fixed a bug where observers would not detect changes due to corrupted data. We have a bug report. Observers can get locked/frozen. It's been a problem in all of these versions. So if you've been having problems with observers, it's been fixed. Really good change. Hoppers now pull in items from above them through all blocks that have a lower height than a full block. We have a bug report. This is a huge parity change. This has been requested since 2019. Hoppers don't pick up items above non-full blocks. So you can see here, obviously, you know that this is not a full block, so the hopper should be picking it up. So if we grab some diamonds and we try and get it to go through an oak or dirt or a diamond block or grass block, you can see it doesn't work. However, a few blocks that now work are mud, soul sand, dirt path, enchantment table. There is going to be more, but watch this. So you'll see here that there is no diamonds in any of these chests, but they now pass through. So you can make those like super secret hidden diamond netherite chest rooms if you really wanted to. You'll see here that they now all have diamonds in them. Moving on to blocks. It says destroying mangrove log or mangrove wood now properly causes leaves to decay. So this has been an ongoing problem for the mangrove. You destroy all of these and you end up with floating tree leaves. And this is already a tough tree to mine as it is, but it will now start to decay properly. End crystals occupying the same space as a block will no longer cause that block to disappear. Graphical changes fixed an issue where the mine tooltip was appearing when targeting a block with a trident in creative mode. Oops. And we do have a bug report. Trident mine tooltip appears in creative. So we have a couple of images here. You can see here, this is the tooltip. They're in creative. They shouldn't get that. As you can see, they didn't get it for a sword, but they did for a trident. That's been fixed. Moving on to mobs. Parrots will no longer shake while on a player riding a horse that is turning mid-jump. Fixed a bug causing global entities, for example, Ender Dragon and projectiles, to stop rendering when out of normal entity render distance. We have a bug report. Ender Dragon disappears after 64 blocks. So there is a video here. This person spawns an Ender Dragon. So from my understanding is the Ender Dragon should disappear when it goes past this person's render distance. I had to double check this one, but it says expected results. Ender Dragon will be visible at any distance as in version 1.18.0. Moving on to touch controls. They have updated the how to play screen with info on the new touch controls, and this can be found inside of the touch controls menu. You'll see here that these are now located on the right hand side and do have a little bit more information, and they've just kind of neatened it up just a little bit. Changing input modes from gamepad to touch while an item is selected will return the selected item to inventory or it will be dropped. Fixed an issue on the furnace screen where double tapping the output window causes other slots to become unselectable. Again, these bugs are being discovered because people have been trying to do the XP bug on mobile, iOS, and Android. Fixed a bug where progression select was automatically initiated on the first slot when opening a small chest. Mobile, it says, when starting a new world in Pocket UI, removed the press open chat to open chat message for players with text-to-speech turned off. Moving on to user interface, Ocean Explorer, Woodland Explorer, and Treasure Maps now show the proper icon in the inventory. We have a bug report. All maps in the game have the same texture in inventory, so it's pretty easy to see here. Where is it? Like here. So you can see they all have the exact same style of writing and color when inside of your hotbar. That's not meant to be happening. So I'll use two of them as an example here. You can see here that these are slightly different. So this one's obviously the ocean one, and this one is the Woodland Mansion one. You can see the color differences. Fixed a bug where mouse scrolling on the friend options drop down would not scroll the drop down contents. Resolved an issue where graphical elements of the sign in / sign up screen could extend beyond the bounds of the dialog container. Commands: replace item and loot replace block commands no longer place items in cauldrons. Rotation in the teleport command is now relative to the executor of the command instead of the target. Old usage of rotations in commands will stay relative to the target mob for backwards compatibility. And last but not least, technical updates. Let's read the changelog. There has been a lot of technical updates today, including mobs, creative, experimental technical updates, commands, and API, which they've outlined as important. If you like the technical side of Minecraft, the changelog is down below. If you made it this far in today's video, just leave a comment and say, you know what, Echo, it's about time they introduced this to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Obviously, this is a very good introduction to the game, but also more importantly, keep an eye out for 1.19.60. Bedrock has some very exciting things coming. Hopefully, you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you next time. Hey, you can now book me on Cameo. Link is down below.